Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
You ready? All right, Champ and the Tramp, episode 32. 32. I got my man Cody Garbrandt and his brother Zach. Cody's actually in town helping me out train, so big props to him. Coming off a big win, Rafael Sunsao.
Huge win.
One of the best knockouts probably ever, honestly. The way it was, like it's a walk-off knockout. You know what I mean? Like walk-off home runs. That was a fucking walk-off knockout.
Buzzer too,
at
right?
the buzzer. Yeah. Super fresh the way it came out. I mean, hair was looking flawless still.
I grew that jersey hair out for it.
Yeah.
I was quarantined here.
But I mean, for most of you guys know Cody, but former bantamweight champion. What do you rank right now?
I think we just got in the fifth for that.
Fifth. Dude's a stud. Thankfully, he's here helping me out to get ready for my bantamweight debut. And yeah, man, good to have you here, bro.
Yeah, a pleasure. You know, the first trip to Jersey didn't turn out as planned. You know, almost killed me. But
did you hear that?
You told me about going visiting him in the hospital. That's kind of when COVID-19 was first coming on the scene, right?
Yeah. So he was banged up. We didn't know what was wrong with him, right? I mean, you had an infection. It started in your foot, right? Like a staph infection in your foot, and then I guess it got into his kidneys. And I remember Mark's like, let's go see Cody. I'm like, yeah, cool. He's right at Community in Toms River. And this was right in the beginning of and you were quarantined, right? Because they thought you might have had it.
Dude, Coach Mark was like, I'm coming to the hospital. I'm like, Coach, I'm quarantined for 3. They had me quarantined at least for 3 days. Yeah. And then that's when you guys came after the release.
Yeah,
he came with me.
You were fucking with it too, right?
I came in with a mask and shit. You know, this is before we even had to wear a mask.
Right, before anybody knew the severity of this shit too.
But I remember like when me and Mark are on our way there. And I'm like, bro, I hear they're fucking locking down hospitals and shit right now. I was like, if they lock it down, we're going to find the window to break out of this bitch.
Yeah, that was great. They came. Coach brought some Pino's, food. I was like, honestly, the sickest I've ever been in my life with that. I haven't eaten in a couple of days. Coach brings that pizza. And I was like, oh, sweet. And like, it was great, but I just recently had it yesterday, like in the restaurant.
Yeah, Pino's.
Man, the hype is just... I believe the hype. Such good food.
Have you been up to Pino's yet?
I haven't. You keep telling me to take me over there. So yeah. He's in what town?
He's in.
Why am I echoing?
Woodbridge. Yeah.
I'm echoing.
Yeah. Is his mic hooked up? I don't think his mic's hooked up.
I sound like I'm echoing for sure.
See down here maybe.
Definitely echoing. Yeah, I can even hear it now.
Do you guys hear him in the mic in your headphones?
I do, but I think I hear him in my mic, not his mic. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
there it goes. That sounds better.
Check.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think it sounds better. I was gonna say that's got to be the best thing about coming off a fight, win or lose, is being able to fucking eat. I remember your last fight. Remember we went to Butcher's Block. Bro, you housed everything.
Dude, yeah. I ate a gummy and fucking went to town. Bro, I ate so much, and we were drinking, right? We were drinking fucking.
Pre-gamed a little bit. Yeah. Tommy's birthday.
Yeah, and man, I'm eating. I stuffed myself so much, bro. All of a sudden, I turned white. I'm like, oh man. I thought I was gonna throw up. Yeah. Ali said the driver to pick me up. I met him in the city.
That's great. Yeah, that's the best thing too. Come out uninjured. Yep. A good win, and being able to come back and get Frank ready for his 35 debut. Which, man, I'm blown away by Frankie, obviously, of what he's done in his career, the person that he is, giving back. It's just to see his work ethic still at this stage in his life and his career, dropping down a weight class. Like, not many fighters in the UFC or fighters in the world can compete at 3 different weight classes at the highest level. So that just says something about that in itself right there. But super excited for Frank to come out and make his 35 debut.
Now, when he was coming into his career, like let's say with Tyson, where were you in your MMA career?
Oh, dude, that was fucking 13 years ago, bro. This kid was in high school.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so
you were
actually
just wrestling at the time.
I was wrestling at the time. Okay. I boxed. Was looking to do
your uncle,
MMA transition. I actually came on a college visit to Rutgers because I heard Frankie was just going in. He was assistant or something on the team at the time, and I was like, my mind was thinking MMA. Let's use the college to get the degree. this and that. But everyone was telling me, don't put your eggs in one basket. Get the degree, go to college. Right. And my focus was just on fighting. Yeah. That's what I wanted to do. So any way that I could do it. Obviously, was a huge fan of Frankie growing up. This fighting style, wrestling with the brawling mentality, as tough as nails. So I went up to Rutgers on a college visit my senior year with my adopted father when Coach Goodale. I think we watched Princeton, but this is the time I think he was actually away on a fight. He had a fight, so didn't get to meet Frankie in person. But everything kind of falls in circles. Comes in circles.
Awesome.
Yeah,
so we're here now, and
now you're in the cat room. See how it all works?
The cat room. The cat room. It's been great though. Jersey's been, like I said, since the first trip here.
Much better experience here.
It's nice coming off a win. Get some pizza.
Kind of a bad time to come, but it's a bad time to go anywhere. You know what I mean? You've been here how long now?
We've been here since Monday.
But how long training in Jersey?
I came the week after Christmas.
Christmas, yeah. Well, so it was right before
COVID
Corona hit. Yeah. So you haven't really got to experience, like the Jersey Shore and shit.
Yeah. You got to get over there though. It's still like the boardwalk's kind of
half open. Yeah, you can walk it, but
we went there. I think yesterday.
It's not the same, man. It's not the same. It's not the same. You
Hopefully
can't compare what it is now to what it was. But
now, how's I haven't flown yet. You've been flying, right? How's flying?
I just
different.
I just flew in here, so you have to wear the mask. I had this girl, bro. It's a 5-hour flight, obviously, from California to here, and I had my mask pulled down, and this girl is like diagonal on the other aisle of me.
Told you to put it on.
She has a mask on and a face shield.
No, come on.
God. And she keeps like giving me these looks. I'm just like, I have my drink, and that's what they said. Like, you can drink and you have it down. I'm having my drink. I'm like, I'm not wearing this whole thing the whole time. This girl keeps giving me death looks. I'm like, oh, this girl. I'm like, okay.
I bet
you. 5 hours. I get off the plane, and she is raising hell to like the flight, stewardess.
Yeah.
About he didn't have his mask on the whole time.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, to me, and I was just like. I was like, all right, like this girl's making a huge deal about it. And like, we just
dude, if you're that concerned, don't fly.
That's what I said. I said, look, I'm not gonna get in an argument with the woman. Like, you obviously have your right to be mad at me for whatever reason. But I said, if you're that worried, stay home. Don't travel. Yeah. You just shared a 5-hour plane ride with the people with the same air
circulating.
Circulating like that. Face shield and mask on. Like,
nothing.
And like, are they cleaning the bathroom every time someone goes in there? Hell no. Come on.
No. And it depends on what day you look at your phone or open up a paper as to what they say the mask is actually doing. Most days it says it does shit for you, and then occasionally you read an article that says it could slow the
I know
spread.
When I fought in Japan back in 2012, I went out there and everyone's wearing masks. Mark was like, hey doctor. Call people doctor.
But that's just bad air quality, right?
No. In Japan, they say when they're sick, they wear a mask. Not when you don't wear a mask to prevent yourself from other people. You wear a mask when you're sick.
Yeah, it's last sick.
That makes more sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm like, they just don't trust those white people. That's why they wear. That's why they wear their masks.
I had the face shield on and the mask. I'm like, she's really out of traveling. But so it's a little bit different, like I said, I come here and we're walking through the gas station, everyone's giving us death looks. Like, I didn't know it was a Jersey law that was passed that you have to wear a mask in public.
Yeah, not outdoors.
Not outdoors.
Not outdoors. Okay, going into like a gas station stuff.
Yeah,
they didn't.
Yeah, going outside.
Because I was just in Newport, the week before, and I didn't see one surf shop.
Yeah, California's opening up more than.
But but didn't Newsom just say you got to make it mandatory to wear a mask outside?
My wife sent it to me yesterday.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it says a mask.
But California's having
the numbers
spikes.
are spiking again, right?
And they say it's not from the protests.
No, of course
you
not.
know that. CNN put an article saying it's not from the protest. The spikes are not from the protest.
Of course not. Of course. They've pinpointed that.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a shit show. Everything.
Yeah, it's crazy times we're living in. But hey, got the fights.
Hey, you got to win, man. That's all that matters.
Going on. That's all that matters.
So, about the fight, how was the fight in no crowd?
Honestly, it was it was a little bit different protocol. Obviously, getting COVID tested and then kind of sheltered to the hotel. Nothing was really going on, so we didn't have like media to meet. Usually you have such a booked schedule. Right. It was nice. We was able to focus on
that's nice.
The weight cut, the strategy. Getting all the coaches together since it was the first fight with Coach Mark and Chris and a lot. So we just went over the game plan all day. The whole week. We were out there and just kind of waited around for the fight. That's what it feels like. You're gonna be there, especially you're flying all the way to Abu Dhabi. It just feels like a hurry up and wait game almost. Right. With different protocols, you have to wear a mask everywhere. COVID tested, but it was great, man. I feel like everything went as planned. With the game plan of the whole camp, getting the fight week, just the weight cut.
I mean, think about it. It definitely went great, especially, I mean, it wasn't normal, because you got injured or you got sick.
Yeah.
Kind of had to pull out, but it worked out anyway, right? Because everything got shut down.
Right.
So you got to rebook the fight. So, yeah, man, that was
everything
may
have worked out for the best case scenario. You know, you never know, so.
Yeah, it was a long fight camp, but it was like I was able to get better in that time. Like, I was able to work with Coach more, way longer. Because when I first got here, I was like, phew. I thought I knew how to fight. But Mark was he's just a different level.
He breaks it down.
Breaks it down on everything.
To the umpteenth degree.
Mark almost had a fight today.
Yeah, maybe.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was great, then getting in there, but going to the arena with, they make you walk. They got the cameras in your face. You're like 5, 4, walking out. That was a little I didn't feel like it was a fight
because the energy's not there.
The energy wasn't there.
Yeah.
I didn't honestly. That's what I told Coach Mark. I said I didn't honestly feel like I was in the fight until I was moving in front of Rafael.
Right.
Until I was moving, like doing pumps in, it was like okay. And then the first round, I kind of felt like all right, now I'm
now
feeling a little warmed up
yeah.
after the 5 minutes. It's just that energy, how it is.
Yeah.
And the crowd's there. Then you got your music going. So, I was able to just kind of just hone in and just focus that first round, see what he was doing, kind of feel him out. He's a super defensive person.
He is, yeah.
He's kind of like, man, I was just pumping those feints. Coach said every time, he's like, hey, just keep feinting. If you don't think they're working, they're working.
Yeah.
And then, kept feinting and finally, got the opening and, it was toward the end of the second round.
You guys were trading, man. I was nervous when you were trading. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it was.
But it was so fucking, at the buzzer. How could it have been any better?
Yeah.
Hit him like a Raul kick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I came down and, like, Coach was like, I never, this could have been hit with this and that. He's like, I never saw you go that low. But all week he was like, he would always bring up Mike Tyson about how he would go second and third level.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to hit someone at second and third level.
Right.
Obviously, MMA is a little different because you can do the kicks and the knees. But I just knew when he was southpaw, he doesn't throw much kicks. And end of the first round, I knew when I got back to the cage, I did a lot of head movement. So he was still hesitant on the throw. That's why I stood and kind of like leaned forward. So he would, when I
bait him a little bit.
Bait him I went half. And then I went like third level, and then he chased my head with it. So he was trying to just head hunt, and I knew when he chased my head, I was coming back up.
That was a complete total starch. He didn't move.
You ever see Crime Faces on Instagram? Oh, bro, it's a great show. Dudes get hit, and he's like, "Bonsai!" That was exactly what it was, bro.
Yeah,
drugged him. He's like, drugged him.
That's great. Yeah, it was good, man. Get that win and just. No injury, that's the main thing. That was the first fight.
How's the back? You've had some back issues in the past, right? Everything's good?
Yeah, good. I mean, we
stem cell, right? You've done?
I did stem cell. A few
you did the Reginican, right?
Yep, Reginican in Germany. That was actually
that worked well. You think?
Really well. I was there for a week, and they just have so much more advanced.
That's crazy, right?
Stuff that we have. Here
when you say more advanced, is it because of regulations? I mean, we're supposed to be the most advanced.
But I think you could do the Reginican now. In the U.S., right?
Doesn't Rogan have a doctor?
Yeah, I think there's in Cali there's someone that does it now. But back then, nah.
Yeah, back then, no, we had to fly to Germany.
That's like where Kobe went, like Eli Manning, right?
Yep, a lot of
or Peyton Manning, yeah.
Yeah, Mike Tyson went there right after I went.
Oh, did he?
As well. He said it worked. Yeah, that was the one thing. Like they shot at my facet joints. Like that's what was just kept
bugging
disc and so that's good. But they have shelf lives. But I was able to really learn from that. On a standpoint of everything, not taking short notice fights when you're not healthy and ready. It was a learning period the last few years. I feel like I always got to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
So
how old are you now?
I'll be 29 July 7th.
Oh, you're youngin'. You were youngin', bro. Yeah, I didn't know you were that young.
Yeah, so hopefully, got a lot of years left to fight.
Yeah.
The passion runs, and it's good being here, being able to split it up. Cali, Jersey. It's always good just to mix it up. You got all the Russians that come in. We have all the guys coming from China and all where they come from over the world to be on the team. So it's good to have that different mix up. But also to have Coach Mark here as a stable and my coaches out there, and they work so good.
Yeah,
together. That's one thing I was like, when you bring in
different coach, never how's gonna work.
And they were great, man.
Mark's great because he don't have an ego.
Yeah, that's one thing. He's
not trying to get attention. He just wants to help us out.
So I'm not doing interviews. I'm gonna hit up do interviews. No, it's about the fighters. That's truly what he embodies as a coach. It's about you guys. It's team. It's like it's Team Frankie this week. Next week coming up, it's team.
Right.
So it's all about the team. That's what I liked about Team Alpha Male when I first got there. It was like a, you know, brother of team, kind of like, you know, just like when I got here, it was like open arms, you know what I mean? Like, hey, yeah, Frank's the general. He leads his troops. We follow, just like, you know, Uriah is out there with his guys. And
let's talk about that. How'd you feel about that fight when Frankie got the chance to fight Uriah?
Bro, it was bad for both the fights when Frankie fought Chad. I was like,
Chad too. I love
all the.
I don't even know why Chad slipped my mind. Yeah,
but it's fun when I fought both of those guys. I was like, what up, bro? We were cool. I'm always cool with those guys.
Yeah, Uriah said it was like, man, UFC had us like, I had my room and Frankie had
literally,
his room, so we walk
right
out
like
and you
that.
see his family. Yeah, like, man, we're gonna go fight each other.
They were like, do you want to move? I'm like, is he moving? If he ain't moving, I ain't fucking moving.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm like, oh, what's up? Yeah, so that was good, man. But I you know, teammates fight and friends fight. You know, it's, you know, it's got to be the best man that wins.
But I always, you know, Alpha. I mean, you guys are all wrestlers. Like they have that camaraderie. You know what I mean? You come up wrestling. It's
just different coasts. You know, that's
yeah.
Why I feel
exactly,
like coming here, it's a different coast. It's the same kind of vibes for sure, and brotherhood and people that actually really care about you. You know what I mean? Like Frank came in, helped me out so much when you know there wasn't really many bodies here in the wintertime. No one's trying to come to Jersey in the winter.
It's true.
We battled through it, man.
Make it work.
Make it work. My wife's sending me snaps in like 70, 80 degree weather. I'm
I always say out here, you know, you gotta want it. If you're willing to come out here in the cold weather and tough it out, you want it a little bit more. You know?
That's for sure. I think and leading up to this fight, I know I needed to make a lot of changes in my personal life to grow. You know what I mean? Like going away from my family.
I was just gonna ask how much of a zap that puts on you to move to a complete, well, really the other side of the coast, country, and you know, how much does that affect you to be away from? Because you're a relatively new father. How old's your son now?
He just turned 2 in March.
2,
so a little over 2. That was a huge thing. I think that was a thing that I was willing to do. Obviously, we sacrifice so much, and we choose to sacrifice. But what are you able to do to get out of your comfort zone to sacrifice? You know, seeing your family, and for me, like that was the payoff. Yeah. I get to go. I have to be away from my son for this long, and my wife and my family. Just the comforts of my bed, like, you know, my wife cooks for me, cleans my clothes, shit. You know what I mean? Like I got a good housewife. She's awesome, and she's a great mother. So I couldn't be more blessed. But just to be away from them, you know, just the comfort zone of that, like coming out here, new people, new coaches. Like first few weeks were rough, you know what I mean? Because like I was just
adjustment period,
and how everyone sparred. You know, we never sparred in the cage, so getting acclimated to the training in the cage.
You're open floor format?
Yeah, open floor. Okay. Yeah, and it's a huge difference. You know, working in octagon, it truly is. It is. Like I know some people have their inputs on it, but I truly believe that's you just learn how to cut off. You know, work the cage more. But yeah, it was definitely, for me, it was like that was my reward. So I think for me, I was more focused than ever. I feel like I was the focused Cody that was going into 2016 title run. Like I just put my mind, this is what I'm doing. And
it was in North Korea when I watched that fight. I watched it on a laptop when you fought Dominic.
Yeah, so it was like just me being
North Korea.
Focused.
I was over there in North Korea.
You mean South Korea?
Sorry, South Korea.
North Korea.
Hey, Ryan's fighting.
South Korea.
This podcast just started getting watched.
Yeah, the likes went up. But
so Kim hey, Dennis Rodman was over there. Why can't I go?
I know.
Why can't I go?
You guys are both dressed like girls sometimes.
Here we go.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, I loved Iron Man. The sacrifice was huge, but you know, it was needed to do just for personal reasons. I feel just a growth. You know, how bad I want it. I'm coming off of three losses. I was world champion. 3 losses. Like, is my hunger gone? Is my love for the sport gone? Like, and to come out here and to battle test myself with the likes of like Frankie and all the other opponents and teammates here. Yeah, it was nice. I had to wake up my gym's close. Yeah. It's a 40-minute drive this way, 40-minute drive this way. It's a lot of driving, you know. I have a one-stop shop, but it was all worth it, man. I knew when I got out here, got with Frankie, got with Coach Mark, got with Ricardo, I knew that it was going to be a nice mix-up. Be able to have both.
Who approached who? Did you approach Mark to come out and train, or did you?
So with Coach me with Mark, it was we met in Vegas. Actually, I was my girlfriend at the time, Daniel, my wife now, but we met him at a.
I feel like I saw you at like a World Series of Fighting. We talked about training like way back.
Yep, way back. Yeah, and Coach is the one to give compliments out to anybody because he knows the game since he's been in it since he was a kid. Complimented me on some things, and I forget who was sitting there. He's like, oh, you know who that is? That's Coach Mark. Like, you don't give those compliments. Maybe it was Ali, maybe even. You don't give those compliments. I was like, that's good. And we always talked about working together. And he's always liked Team Alpha Male because of the wrestling and the kind of like similarities that we had from his team. And we just hit it up. And I needed something, you know what I mean? I needed a structured routine, you know, a coach that is gonna be that for me. You know, I come here, we get the codes are huge. Like we brush up on things, we add new things now. Alpha Camp, and that's what I do. It's all about evolving, you know. And Coach is always saying like you have to evolve, or you're gonna be left behind.
Right.
You know, so I feel like I'm still super green in this sport. You know, learning so much. I have so much more to offer and do. But coming out here was great.
Speaking of, you know, super green, you're young. You're only 29. I don't know how old you were when you fought Dominic. That was what,
25.
25. So real young for the sport, but. Obviously, your greatest fight to date, in my opinion. You just looked like you were having fun in there. You really looked like you were having fun. You were loose, and it was you know, maybe the pinnacle of your career thus far. You looked great. How much do you think temperament played into your next two fights? Because you and TJ had there was such a rivalry there. Do you think he got in your, you know, under your skin enough where it played into your fighting style against him?
I think there's a lot of things that played into
Dominic kind of did it as well, but you spun that well with Dominic. I mean,
Dominic's a dork.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. But no, I think just the whole there's so much that goes into the TJ situation with Alpha Male.
A lot of history.
And we don't. I mean, that's so in the past with that. You know, we moved on. He's you know, he's suspended.
He's riding the pine right now.
He's riding the pine. You know, so. But yeah, definitely, I think it poisoned a lot of my just. I don't have to be an angry fighter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just you saw me in a Sun South fight, like
having fun again.
Just having fun.
That's what I'm saying.
That's one thing that I can take from that fight alongside anything. The knockout, whatever, it was amazing. But the feelings that I had inside the octagon, dude, I literally felt like it was the old me, like the fun, moving around.
Right,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Wasn't even tired, like could see every shot. Like I don't know, and I just think that was a lot for me to have those feelings
to overcome
back.
that.
Bro,
you needed that.
I literally walked inside the octagon and be like, don't even feel like fighting.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of things happened or transpired to have those feelings. You know what I mean? Not because of the bad blood between me and TJ or the injuries. I think it was a combination of everything. Where I was at in life, you know. But you know, found that balance. You know, with family, being a father, career, other things. So I found that balance in life, and I think that's when my life is balanced and I have you know, a direction to go. I can see the finish line. That's what I'm working towards. So just great to be here and happy that all that shit happened. Like I feel like I'm more battle tested now than I would have been if I just defended the fight.
Yeah.
You know, but I've been there. I'm proven. A lot of these kids that are fighters that are saying that they're the best and they're unproven.
Right.
You know, he's proven. Frankie's battle proven. He's battle tested. He's world champion. Like there's not many people that can say that, and to be coming back and still being at the top and keep going after being knocked out. Bro, I was knocked out 3 times.
Yeah.
Like that's from going from world champion to get knocked out 3 times is
humbling. I'm sure.
Humbling, man, soul searching. I mean, just everything that you can think about how it can change you in a negative way or a positive way. But luckily, I stayed. You know, just nose down, grinded, you know, and I knew that, you know, just like the good times are not always going to be here and the bad times aren't going to be here. It's always about finding that balance. Right. I feel like, you know, I had to, if one thing's out of whack, the other, you know, one thing's out, so I have to even everything out. So I think my family, just, you know.
Well, I'm glad you got back in that W circle, man. And what a way! I mean, you put a stamp on it. You just didn't get back in the W, bro. You put a stamp on it. So it's,
I threw everything in.
I'm glad Jersey.
that was my frustration and all that.
I'm glad Jersey was a little part of that too. So that's cool.
A huge part, man. A huge part. Everyone's, you know, sacrificed.
But when you bounce back from stuff like that, it just shows character. You know, it's easy to be the lead dog. You know, when you're the lead dog, things are smooth sailing. You know, front runners. Like you see a lot of guys that are front runners. As long as shit's going smooth, they're good. Yep. It's when your back's against the wall and you got to show that character. That's what really shows who you are. And you bounce back from that, and that just shows that.
Yeah, definitely. I had to, man. There's no way out, man. This is what I wanted to do, you know. But coming here was a huge thank you.
Yeah, no, fuck, bro. I mean, shit. This is all good for me, you know. To be able to train with you on a daily basis now is phenomenal, and yeah, we're glad you're on the team now.
Well, to talk about a young fighter, you know, we talked about your ups and downs, obviously, and you're a relatively young fighter still, 25. You know, beating Dominic Cruz is amazing, but who's the young fighter that just was up last weekend and he quit on the second round? He didn't go back in.
Rosenkopf?
I mean,
Max, he's actually from Ohio.
Really?
From the area. Man,
I didn't think he looked that bad, and I just think that that fighter spirit wasn't in him that night, I guess. And do you come back from something like that? That's such a moral depleting thing. That's almost worse than fighting your ass off and getting the L. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that knowing Max, I've known him since he was a kid. You know, he's from Ohio.
Yeah.
Great wrestler. He's a stud wrestler. He has that. He has it. That he can't let this define him.
Good.
His career.
Good.
He took a fight on short notice.
Yeah,
Maybe he
he
wasn't
did.
ready. Man, I remember my first fight in the UFC. How freaking nervous I was.
Right.
This dude, I had weeks to prepare.
Right.
You know, this guy is
10 days,
coming
right?
off.
And
He's-
no crowd. And they get
He's
different
super.
scenario.
He's super fresh in the fight game too. I mean, he's only had probably.
But that's what I'm saying, guys. Young guys in that career. I mean, they really have to either bite down on the mouthpiece and say, "Look, this is what I really want,"
Yeah.
or
But I don't think it's end all for him.
No,
You know,
I
he
don't
could
think
bounce
so
back
either.
from
I think
it.
he's
he's
too
gonna bounce
good.
back. He's good. He's athletic. He's good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know, I think that give him a proper camp and just because when you feel in good shape, like for me, when I don't feel like in good shape, I just don't feel like I'm gonna be able to go out there not and be the better fighter off skill wise, but conditioning.
Right.
Conditioning. I mean, everybody could, fatigue makes cowards of us all. You know what I mean? Some people can't push through that. Either you have the speed and the power, or you're not everyone's ultra runners. You know what I mean? Like you either have that or you're not. And you can work on it. But that's the thing. I think just getting prepared for that and having an 8-week camp, good camp, just mentally makes you ready to go on there because you paid your rent every day. You know that you put brick by brick. To
You
build
deserve it. You deserve it.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of these fighters that are taking these short notice fights because a lot of the guys don't want to fight that are in the UFC that are in the top 15. They're like, oh, we can't make weight. Our gyms, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like you guys are in the top 15. You're turning down fights. That's why they're signing these kids that. You know, because they need to book those fights.
Yeah.
They have to make up so many fights for the ESPN deal.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with those kids taking those fights either, because who's not going to get the call from the UFC?
Right.
4 days, okay, it's a dream to fight. I remember I would do anything to fight in the UFC.
You're only going to get so many opportunities like that.
So many
in life.
opportunities,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
What do you think about Drysdale getting like flack for that?
You know, I feel like that coach only knows his fighter. Like
Right.
we don't know that kid. That coach is with him
On a daily
hours.
basis.
You know how
yeah.
much coach is with us.
Yeah,
And he knows
yeah.
us. He knows when we're tired. He knows when we're or hurt or we need to work on things. That coach only knows his fighter. So everyone that's talking shit about Coach Drysdale, he wanted to push this kid. That's the coach is there to push that kid. Sometimes I want to quit. I don't want to go a 4th or 5th round, especially
Right.
after I just did some hard ass rounds with Frankie and Timur. I'm like, you don't want to go, or Lance, you don't want to go that 4th round. But it's where your coach is there to push you. You don't
Right.
need to, but it's to let you know you can do that extra round. So I think that's what Coach Drysdale was doing, was just trying to motivate him. Like, hey, you've been here before. You're gonna take him down. You're gonna get on top of him. You're fine. You know, like you made a guy.
He just looked so
beat up this fight.
depleted, you know.
Yeah.
Not physically. He just looked depleted, like
Mentally, yeah.
Mentally.
he took his will from him, you know.
And a lot of that combination, first fight, you know, no crowd, like that could have done a lot of it. I mean, the UFC jitters. I mean, I luckily didn't have them because I loved the fight and was just.
Who was your
ready.
first fight?
I fought Marcus Brimage.
Brimage,
Brimage, and
He was tough too, man.
yeah, he was tough. Yeah, gosh, yeah. I got him at the 3rd round actually.
Yeah.
So that was
Slapped
good.
him?
TKO.
TKO,
Yeah. Yeah, TKO.
But it kills me, like all these fucking media guys trying to like, oh, that's horrible. He said he wanted out. Da da da. Like, dude, shut the. You never fucking even made that walk once in your life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Say if I'm in a fight, and I'm getting fucked up, like, and coach would throw in the towel. I couldn't be mad at coach. Like that's
No,
what he's supposed
yeah,
to do. You know what I
right.
mean? Like we're fighters. And at the end of the day, we're gonna fight no matter what. We're gonna keep getting up. How many times we get knocked down? That's the fighter heart.
So Mark was in it. I don't know if you watched it or heard or not, but Mark almost threw in the towel once on Frankie, which I never knew. So
Yeah.
It was the second
The
fight
second
against
Manor
Mason.
fight, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Sorry, guys. I listened to it. Yeah, it was good. Man.
Yeah.
I love this podcast, bro.
Yeah, man. We've been dying to having you on for. I've been DMing you for
COVID.
fucking forever to get on here. Yeah.
Dude, the first Jersey trip, man, scared me to come back.
I don't blame
I'm
you.
like, yo, the Jersey water got him, bro.
Jersey's scary enough
I had to
without
mentally
COVID.
prepare. I was mentally preparing. We were driving the other day, and I like just felt, in your surroundings. I like looked. I was like, oh, there's the medical center that I was in for 6 days. Like, I just had that feeling. Like, oh, let's just keep driving.
Has wifey been out here?
Not yet. Yeah. She wants to come.
Wait till this shit's over and bring her out.
Yeah. She wants to come to see it. We're at the beach house, so
Yeah.
she wants to. She's like, oh, let's get this place when we come from.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
like you only can come in the summer.
Yeah,
though,
in
but
the
once
winter
I-
you don't want to be there.
Yeah, she's not she doesn't even like going back to Ohio.
Yeah, I believe it.
She's tropical, bro.
yeah.
It's good though.
But now you grew up in Ohio, right? You wrestled growing up, and then where'd you? I mean, for the people that don't know,
Yeah, grew up in Ohio. Wrestled until my sophomore year, junior year. Had it in the back injury from football. We played football together as well. Didn't wrestle my senior year. Kind of got in a little bit of trouble. Transferred schools, and like I was speaking to you earlier about, got suspended by the OHSA, so I couldn't wrestle that senior year. And I was like, all right, so I just focused on I was doing some cage fighting because I turned 18 that summer going into it, so you had to be 18 to be cage fight in Ohio. And I was like, all right, I'm just training and fighting. And
was it amateur fights or
amateur fights? Yeah, amateur. I didn't turn pro till I was 21.
Okay.
And I went to Newberry College after going to senior nationals and All-American. I didn't have any plans to wrestle, but I was like, all right, I'll go to South Carolina. It seems like a nice state, warm weather, get out of here. Train, use this wrestling, like I said, to get a degree. Everyone was telling me, don't put your eggs in one basket. I just was down there. I just did not want to be there. I just didn't want to wrestle. I didn't have the love for it. Like wrestling's a complete different grind. Like fighting is one grind. Like it's a lifestyle as well. But wrestling is just
making weight week in and week out.
It's a different beast. And I think when my love for that was gone, I really had to. I wasn't
move on.
I was more excited to fight. I'm like, I want to do this. This is what I wanted to do. For my boxing, first got in the MMA cage. It's just training, learning new shit, jiu-jitsu, kicking, all this stuff. So I was more focused on MMA, but everyone was telling me, don't put your eggs in one basket. So I ended up leaving Newberry. I was only there for a few months. I got a full ride to go to Newberry College in South Carolina. Left there. I was going to just, 18, here's what I do. You got to get a job. Applied for the coal mines. Zach was working in the coal mines. Everybody did in our hometown. A lot of them did. But Zach was running the coal mine, so I went and did a certification to get the coal mining license, and I was like, you know what?
You had a license, the coal mine?
Yeah, I had to go get
Wow.
You had to pass the test. Like,
Wow.
I'm like,
Take a safety course.
Safety course, yeah.
How deep are you guys underground doing that?
Couple miles.
Wow.
That's crazy. You got the
Jesus
canary and
Christ.
shit there.
No, that
that's
was
old
me,
school,
pal.
yeah.
That was my age demographic, bud.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm afraid of the dark. I passed my test and I got some job offers and I was like, oh shit, this isn't safe. I don't want to go down to the earth. I don't like sleep.
That's crazy, bro.
So I ended up sitting down talking to my mom. I said, look, give me some time, I'll make it. So give me till I'm 25. I remember sitting down and said, give me till I'm 25, I'll make it in this sport. Trust me. She said, Cody, I've always believed in you. When you said that you put your mind to something, you'll do it. You have my full support. So I ended up, just getting out of the area that I was growing up in with some of the old friends I was growing up in. Moved away to Cleveland, was trained up there at Strong Style, where Steve Miosic and those guys are at, with Marcus Marinelli, Joe Delguide. I was training up there and ended up moving to Pittsburgh, getting a job opportunity to be basically an MMA instructor at this gym. And this guy that owned the gym was like, hey, I'm starting my own professional promotion, the Pinnacle. You want to go pro for me? I'm like, I have no plans of going pro, but ended up fighting on his card as a pro. And a couple months later, ended up breaking my hand in my pro debut, had a plate put in it. And then after that, I was coming back, 3-month recovery. I got a crazy vertigo.
Oh, yeah, like if the crystals in your ear?
Yeah, crystals in my ear. So I had to go to UPMC and do all this vestibular therapy and all this crazy stuff to strengthen my eyes. And I was there for about 4 months. And Roger Goodell came in. The NFL was adopting this concussion program basically in the NFL. And the crazy thing, Dr. Mickey Collins, he went to school with Dana White.
Oh, wow.
So I was just wanting to pro. I kind of told him this is what I want to do. Like I want to make it to the UFC. He's like, no shit, man. He's like, I went to school with Dana.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. That's how the verticals line up.
Yeah.
So I do this protocol, get done, pass it, finally feel good. I'm like, I just was out for a whole year. And that's when Lance was out at Alpha Male. It's like, Lance, like, what's up, man? Like, it's a good date to come out and train. Like, I booked a fight. I need to train. I flew out there for a week, and then I came back to Pittsburgh for a week to kind of just type some loose ends and flew back out for like a week and a half and then fought in Pittsburgh. Ended up knocking this dude out my second pro fight, saving all my money, flying back. So I was doing that for like 10 months until I was finally
Going back and forth.
Go back and forth.
Wow.
Yeah, I would call someone out, get another fight, knock them out, spend that money, flights, training. Finally, until I was able to right before I got in the UFC, I was out there for like I moved out there for 2 months, and I got the call up to the UFC. And that was it. Kind of just.
So you know Lance was from wrestling in Ohio.
Lance from wrestling in Ohio, like Lance and Colin, just wrestling on the youth level, junior high. Lance is a little bit older than us, but his brother was a year, so we all wrestled at the same camp. I think Lance was like our camp counselor.
Yeah.
Fucking Lance.
Who was the guy in Pittsburgh?
His name was Mick Morrow.
Mick Morrow.
Yeah, it was Pinnacle Fighting Championships that he started, and he had like Pittsburgh Fight Club. So I was like an MMA instructor. It was great. Like all we did was
How
train.
many fights did you have under your belt before you got in the UFC?
5.
5.
Yeah,
And then you went on a 6-fight win streak, right?
Yep,
Right?
yep.
Yeah.
6
Wow.
and 1, and then it's crazy. That was my looking back at fight week. I'm like, this is my 10th UFC fight. It's
Wow.
crazy,
Yeah.
my 15th UFC or 15th professional fight. And it's crazy how much it just starts. You really look at it. It feels like yesterday, but it flies by.
It does.
And,
Shit.
I'll be 29 now. It's already been. It's the shit I've done in my life already, and what I'm going to be able to do and see. It's
I'm 62.
It's
Imagine
crazy.
being me.
Well, I'm gonna have some stories. That's why you have a podcast. I'm gonna have a podcast and just tell my crazy ass
I
stories.
just sit here and listen to his fucking old wives' tales.
Yeah, it's great. It's made for.
So do you know do you know when you want to get back in there?
Thinking September, October.
Yeah.
Manager Ali. He's got a plan for all of us.
Yes, he does.
But so just whoever, I think, just staying busy. Great coming up here, working with you, getting work. Staying fresh with Mark. I think that's what I'm gonna do outside of camp. At least come up for two weeks outside of fight camp, and then spend a month here. So I'll spend a month here, a month in Cali, and do
that's good.
split the camps up.
We need one more W, buddy.
Yeah,
We need one more W.
Yes.
Yep.
Finish out the summer so
July
we can
15th.
enjoy the summer really good.
That's what
after
we've
that.
been
You guys
talking
can
about
get
this
fat
since,
like me now.
We've been talking about this since the winter, bro.
Yeah.
Fight
Summertime,
once,
bro.
fight right
Summertime.
before summer, enjoy all the summer, and then fight right before holidays.
Yeah, that's always the schedule I want to be on.
Yeah, right before you want to fight right before Thanksgiving because we
Yeah.
grew up wrestling. We missed Thanksgiving,
Oh,
Christmas.
You missed
New Year's.
Christmas last year, right?
No, I didn't. I made it. So
Oh, you
I was
made
before,
Christmas.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
Good
think
times.
about Sean O'Malley?
man, you start believing your own hype, man. It's gonna be.
Here we
exciting.
go.
Keep enjoy it, man. He's doing the little call outs. He's got his little call out for hair and.
Takashi said
yeah,
not.
Like the Takashi
Yeah.
fuck sick Kid Rock, man. That's what he looks like.
That's great.
The love child, Takashi and Kid
Good.
Rock.
Let him keep building up that. Let him keep building up that. That hype.
He definitely talks the talk, yeah.
Yeah, he talks to talk, but let's see when he talks.
Right.
Someone that's.
Bro,
Right.
I got dude. What was with Wyland, dude? I get he looked like the 20s fighter, and he started fighting like one. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck was that? I'm like, yo, you got the mustache. You don't gotta
Yeah.
fight like that.
Yeah, this kid just to be. He's talking about pay and shit. He's like, this kid
I
just
know,
should be,
yeah.
just be thanking the UFC, giving those opponents,
Yeah,
letting them build that hype
absolutely.
up, letting those sponsorships come in. But I do better save up on hair dye and clown makeup because I'm sending his ass to the circus after I'm done with him. Whatever he does.
But don't you see it? You see it a lot. You see these guys that the UFC builds up, and then they start
do.
talking mad shit.
They seem to pick who they build
They
up.
start talking mad shit, and they want this, I want that. It's like, dude,
What
dude,
is
fucking
it?
help me out. Who was the first? The first was Huerta, man. Remember, Huerta was
Oh,
the first.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
came. I think we both did our
Oh,
debut on the first card.
What was it?
And like he was on Sports Center or
no,
Sports Illustrated,
Sports Illustrated cover,
this
right?
and
Yeah, yeah,
that, and then he starts talking. Oh, I'm the face of this, that, and then you
Fell
know
off, yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like there's been a lot of guys like that, though.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Even I'm proven. This kid's unproven.
Right.
And he has that doubt. I know
Right.
what I'm able to do, but he's deep down. He doubts himself because he's never been. He's not proven.
Taking into deep
He's
waters.
not proven in
Yeah,
deep
yeah.
waters. He's not fighting anyone in the top 15.
Yeah.
A lot of his opponents aren't even in the UFC anymore. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
right.
like this guy's like, you should just be thanking the UFC for giving you this
Right.
platform
Right.
to build your little hype. But I see it.
Why do you think that is? What do you think makes a fighter marketable? That you see it often. The UFC will get behind certain guys and maybe not so much other guys. Is it persona? Is
Yeah,
it the
I
look?
think
Is it
persona definitely. You just got to be marketable in a sense. I mean, you got to either be, I'm like Cody, good looking dude, fucking knocks people out, it's fun to watch. But then you got a guy like Sean who's just like like an outlier almost. Crazy hair, talks
Big
big shit
stats for attention.
Yeah.
He's attention whore.
Yeah.
I think he did all these podcasts. Like this is my first podcast I'm doing after the fight, and but he's like I said, he's trying to build that up. It's good. It's a good thing. If he wants to keep building that up, win fights, get in the top 10, that's good. Because I want to steal all that shit. I want to steal all the O'Malley, the Sugar Show.
Yeah.
The No Love show.
I don't know, but anybody that got sugar in her tank, I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. And he said he's jocking off.
How long
Conor.
you been working on that line?
He's jocking off Conor. That's
right. But could you hate on Conor for doing what he did?
No.
I mean, that guy's buying mega yachts now.
No, you can't hate on Conor because he's actually good at what he does.
Yeah,
like he's a natural, right? I mean, the shit he talks is funny. Yeah. It makes you laugh, and he did his shit. You can't deny he did his shit.
He's proven.
He's talked his way into a boxing fight with arguably the greatest boxer ever. I mean, who does that?
Yeah,
who does?
You got to take your hat off to that.
And never had to fight again after that, and still did, and fought Khabib for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have to do that, but he did, and
well, he's another dude that just he likes to be in the mix. Like that's why he fights. He don't need to fight for money. He's just fucking.
He likes.
He's got an ego. He's got an ego. He wants.
That's why he retires all the time.
Yeah, right.
I'm working out.
Thanks for the cheese. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I love it. Retire and come back. I've retired a few times too.
Yeah.
All my losses I retire. I'm not.
Yeah. I feel like there's definitely been guys that have done that.
Oh yeah.
BJ Penn.
He's retired a couple of times.
Yeah. I think for me, once I lay down those gloves, it's time to walk away.
Well, that's what Dana said, right? Dana said, if you're even thinking the R word, it's time to let it go.
Yeah, you got to think, man. There's kids in Russia, Brazil, all over the United States, all over the world that are training day and night, man. Starting 4 or 5 years old in jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. There's gonna be some.
When would you know for yourself? Frankie and I have had this discussion.
I feel like
when would you know? You're 29. You got a long fight career. As long as you stay healthy, you got to. You're at the top of your game. But when would you know when it's time to hang up the gloves?
I would. I was actually talking with Coach Mark about this morning, and I would say when my speed was gone. I feel like when my specialties or my what I was blessed with would be gone. Like it's not there anymore, and that's what I was speaking about. I was like, Frankie, like. This dude, he's 37, going to turn 38. His speed.
38 already, 38. Yeah, I'll take it.
That's there. You know what I mean? So that's nothing. And he's down at 135. Like I hope I'm able to fight till I'm 38. You know what I mean? Like I mean that'd be great to be able to provide and have for my family for that long and still have that love and be at the top. That's about his legacy. He built his legacy. Frankie does not need to fight. He can be
also
done,
what's going to make him a Hall of Famer and separates him from a lot of other guys. So.
What's Frankie's done the most that a lot of people's done in the sport. You know what I mean? He's done it. He can do it all. But you still see him in there grinding.
We're done kissing your fucking ass now. You just bring that W back to Jersey.
Get that win. We're pumping him
July
up.
15th. All right.
Yeah.
This is pats on the back. I'll take it.
That's real shit, man. Because it's like that's what I like to see. For me, it's like okay, I'm 28. Frankie's 10 years older than me, and he's still a worker, still at the top, he's still hungry. Like that's what I want to feed off of, because I don't want to lose this hunger, because I know how much it means to me to fight inside there. You know what I mean? I feel whole. You know what I mean? I feel I have a purpose in life.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Obviously now I'm a father, a husband, but my sole purpose for me to make
it's
myself
bigger than
happy
what it originated as. You're providing for a family now.
Yeah, now it's now I'm able to do that.
Right.
I feel like when we were young, we want to fight full of piss and vinegar. You just want to fight because you want to compete. And you get a family, you get kids. It's like now it's like wow, I have purpose. I have purpose to fight. I'm not fighting just for myself. Although I think that's you shouldn't be fighting for anybody else. You need to fight for yourself.
Right.
That's 100%. But when you have those other motivating factors, it's only good.
Man, for sure. And I think that's too was like I had to find that balance. With. I didn't want to miss anything of my son. You know what I mean? This is the first time I was away from him when I came to Jersey.
Yeah.
I was gone from 2 months, missed his second birthday, just everything. You know what I mean? So it was hard. I think the longest I was 4 or 5 days away from him before that. So coming out here for 2 months.
Tough age too.
Yeah, it's tough age. He's growing.
Because you miss
talking.
monumental moments when they go from crawling to walking real quick at that age.
His vocabulary grew.
Right. It's
and
tough.
we FaceTime. Luckily, we have technology. That helps out so much. I'm super thankful for that. So FaceTime.
Two really thoughts on that with technology. When we were just, did you see the COVID-19 app now? That not
Yes.
app, in your phone now you have it.
Crazy, yeah.
Crazy, man. So
turned
I don't
my
know how
shit
to feel. I don't know how to feel about technology in many aspects. Like you just said, I mean, listen, I love FaceTime with my kids too. But then you sometimes I just want to turn it all off and be like, am I being fucking tracked?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know what to think anymore.
Well, too, just getting away from the social media, like
Right.
taking that pullback, and having that, especially after a fight, you have everyone wanting to do this and do that. So for me, after the fight, it's just always spending the family time. That's what I look forward to, is like having that. Just
I
we
follow
just
you.
sit
I
at the
see
house.
your
We just
posts.
sit at the house, man. Like go to the pool, go to the river, go on bike ride. Like that's what I like to do, and it's different.
I feel like as a fighter, you have to sacrifice. Like you be away from your families and that, but then also we're home midday sometimes. You know what I mean? We're
nice.
we're kind of our own boss in a sense. Like
Right.
we got to take off to be at our kids' thing. We could make that happen. So it's kind of like two sides of the coin.
For sure, like you said, like that's what I said. I'm gone from my family, but Frankie's like, bro, I'm in fight camp. I hardly see my kids. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you see them, but like you're at the gym 3-4 times a day.
Yeah.
You're doing other stuff. So it's
When
like,
you get home, they drive you fucking crazy.
yeah. Like for me, that's just focus out here.
Yeah.
Eat, sleep.
Right.
I have my son kicking the shit out of me in the middle of the night.
Right.
He's
Right.
Bro, I sleep in my daughter's bedroom during camp. Because she sleeps in our bed. So I'm like, all right, I'm fucking sleeping in your bed.
Yeah, that's why I
And
said
the
Danny.
best part about it is you didn't have to buy a bigger mattress.
This guy.
That was a good one. We got him coming.
You ever grab a hold of Roger? You
Yeah,
ever
we
grab him?
trained a little bit
I
back
used
in the
to
day,
teach
back in
like
the day, yeah.
informal MMA class at
What was
Steve's
that,
place in Jackson.
decade ago or so.
Yeah, probably 12 years ago now.
I was a Frankie fan before. We had mutual friends that introduced us probably 15 years ago, more than that probably. But I was always a Frankie fan. He's a local legend, and like you go ahead, finish the story. But I chased him around basically. So
Yeah, we used to train stuff like that. This dude never wanted to tap. Ever. Never wanted to tap. Fucking gets put out cold. Put out cold. He went tap the one time.
It's like Zach. They both meet ends, bro.
yeah.
I choked Zach one time behind the. He's sitting at the counter eating cereal at my house, so he flew in. I put him in choke. I squeezed hard and
Slapped him?
Yeah, well, no, he's like this on the stool. He's like, I'm like Zach.
Yeah.
And my little brother is like Zach. Yeah. I slapped the shit out of him. I'm like, Zach. He's like, get off of me. Bro, I was like, he was out. I was like, oh, he doesn't ever want to tap. So every time growing up fighting this fool, I'm like, man, it sucks.
So you guys scrapped growing up?
Bro,
Oh, yeah.
You have another brother?
yeah, we have two other brothers.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you grew up scrapped. I mean, it's
Younger.
Younger, yeah.
kind of a
9
small.
years
You
younger.
grew up in a small town like I did.
Real, yep, super
Yeah.
small.
Real-
6,000 people.
Oh,
Wow, it was 1,000 in my town. Yeah.
Okay, so small,
Maine,
yeah.
yeah. I only had a sister, so I beat the crap out of her. But
Yeah, you
she
always
beat
won.
the shit. I was tiny, man. I know I look big now, but I probably didn't grow until I was probably, I don't know, my junior year of high school. I swear I grew like a foot. I mean, I'm sure I'm exaggerating, but I was a little guy. My sister knocked the shit out of me until I was probably a freshman in high school. She was my older sister, but
Yeah,
she's not one of those girls that like hits like this. She's like one of those fucking,
Oh yeah,
yeah. She
yeah,
fucked me up.
Crack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She still
exactly.
fucked him up.
She still does. She
Right.
probably could, honestly.
Yeah, our last fight was, I think I was 17, he was 18, and it was like to the point where
Yeah, like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, I remember that's like the first time.
Mom's crying.
that
Like,
first time-
fucking stop it!
That's the first time I really heard him with the shot.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
felt
I
good,
kind of
right?
did like a little buck on his
Yeah.
knee. He's like, good hit, fucker. Yeah.
But he got me the good
Yeah.
combo.
So small town living. You guys grew up hunting, fishing, all that
Yep,
shit?
hunting,
Yeah,
fishing.
Same,
yep.
same, yeah.
Growing up, yep.
Frankie
4-H.
doesn't know much about that world.
No, people don't hunt around.
I
here.
see you doing some bow.
But
with
dude,
that
I did.
Corey.
I taught with Corey this past weekend.
Oh, you did?
Dude, I was hitting fucking the heart, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
man. I'm getting a bow. I'm
Dead
getting a
shot.
bow.
Dead
I'm
shot.
definitely. I'm gonna set some shit up in my backyard.
Awesome.
It's
Yeah.
fun. Archery's cool.
I mean, even if I don't hunt, I'm gonna.
I feel like we're going to read something in the paper soon about the neighbor getting hit in the head or the fucking neighbor's dog
Bro,
dying.
my old house, I used to have a recurve bow. Those things are hard as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
those
it
are-
went
those
over
are
the,
tough.
went over the fence a couple times. Like, yo, my neighbor's dog ain't outside.
Oh man, stick 'em. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, hunting, fishing. Yeah, simple life, man.
Yeah.
We're going to Ohio after Saturday spar. See the family.
Cool.
Got to know the bullies there on my mom's property, so we're about to have our first breeding done.
Oh, no shit. Right
this
on.
month comes
Yeah,
up.
his dogs
so,
are sick, bro.
Beautiful,
How
man.
many dogs you have?
We have 11 at our facility.
Wow.
Yeah, 11. And we have our first breeding coming up.
Well, I mean, I see the one you post about, obviously, but that one's in Cali. That's from.
Oh, yeah, he's our stud, so we
Okay.
try to use him as much as we can.
Canelo.
Some girls, yeah,
Yeah.
Canelo. He's awesome.
He's a beast, man.
Yeah, he's a cool
Was
ass
it
dog.
120?
Man, he was up to 136. But when I came back from Jersey, my wife, I was like, bro, he is so fat. Like,
Something
what's
about
going
a
on?
fat dog, though. I want my dog to be
Yeah.
fat as fuck. He's got two.
She was giving him the whole packet of the refeed raw. And just thinking, like, he only gets half, and if he eats, if he works out that day, he gets a whole. Like, I walked him like 5 times. I was like, Danny, I was gone for like 2 months. I was so fat, but she had the baby and the kid. So
Yeah, it's tough.
He's lazy, dude. Like you gotta drag him. Like it's like 30-minute walk. It's like he's ready to go home.
Yeah.
Like he has no drive at all.
Dude, my dog's on that rope. If I let him, he'll be on it all day long.
Dude,
like an
yeah.
animal.
Now, will a female do that? Because your female's not interested at all.
Nah,
It's just the male?
dude, she's like she bothers me because he'll be on the rope and she like jumps on him to get off. I'm like, yo, let him have some fun. What are you doing? She's
Right.
like the fun police. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she won't do it, right?
Nah,
Females in general, will they do that rope shit?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
is she bully? And
He's a bully. She's a pit.
Oh, okay.
Actually, dude, I went and got the DNA test,
yeah.
and he's a bully. He's 85% Staffordshire Terrier and 12.5% Bulldog.
Nice.
She's 85% Staffordshire Terrier, 12% they think Great Dane. I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
what?
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
But they say, I guess, like out of his 8 grandparents, 7 are
Bullies.
pit bulls, and the one's a bulldog.
Yeah, that's what. It's crazy that how they bred these in the 80s, but
That's new, right? The bullies are kind
the
of
bullies, yeah, it started in like the 80s, and
Bullies are the ones with the short fucking legs
Yeah,
and the
they-
big
yeah.
head and the.
yeah, they have like
Biggie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Biggie.
yeah.
basically,
There's like the exotics, pocket, standard,
Right.
XL. And that's the ones I have. The
Yeah,
XL
the XL,
ones.
yeah.
And
I think
it
he's
goes by
considered.
tiers.
I don't know what he's only 80 pounds. It could be
It
a
looks like-
pocket.
it looks like a
or
standard.
Yeah.
And it could be a pocket, but yeah, it could be a pocket.
Mm.
Yeah, pockets get to be about to be like that. He looks good. He's
Was
a good
he-
looking dog.
Oh, you've probably been here before, though.
No,
That's my
no,
first
You
Yeah,
time.
haven't?
yeah, yeah.
Yo,
First
fucking.
time.
Sometimes Biggie sketches me when
Yeah,
people
yeah.
when new people walk in. Not me.
The blonde-
Oh, Zach
the-
started petting
Did
him.
he-
Oh
did he
yeah,
sketch
dude.
you?
He came right up to me. I was
Yeah,
like, oh shit.
He looks at you with that blank fucking stare, like does no wiggle in the tail, and I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know what he's gonna do, but
No, but he's
Yeah,
good.
his
He's
head
good.
was right there at my dick. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man. Hey, bro.
Yeah,
I kept putting my
God,
hand there. I'm
yeah.
like, I lose my fingers with my
Yeah.
dick.
I feel like the bullies, they're more friendly.
Oh,
You know?
yeah, man. That's what I got it for. Was I had to talk my wife into it. Like I get this dog. Like it's a bully. I'm gonna be traveling a lot. Like, but
It's
it doesn't
great
have
for
the
the
drive.
house,
Oh,
yeah.
it's best for the house. Man, my dog would just sit at this. He's super protective of the house, but if he knows you, like it's fine. That's what I wanted. But he doesn't have
yeah,
the
we're
drive.
assuming
in him.
traveling so much probably
Yeah,
makes
my
you feel
son
better to have.
Has literally since he's sick. We had him around about 6 months crawling around Canelo, and they're just best friends. He rides him. He just
That's awesome.
he yells, and he makes him go outside. Helps him feed, like show him little
Yeah.
things.
That's
Like
awesome.
it's good. Grow up with a dog. I feel like there's a lot of benefits you can have.
Absolutely. I mean, I guess I had a dog once I was in high school with my parents, but I really didn't grow up with a dog. And then as soon as me and my wife graduated college, we started getting dogs, and I was like, someone said you can never sneak up on someone with a dog. You know,
Yep.
that's why I like having a dog.
Yeah, I think as a young age for kids, it shows them compassion,
Yeah,
caring
sure,
for someone,
yeah.
taking
Yeah.
care of someone,
Right.
Responsibility, yeah.
being nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any siblings. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you gotta be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Go to the park
Speaking
and
of
get
which,
some kids out.
having any more?
Yeah, I think so. Her twin, Lena, is actually engaged, so they're waiting for her fiance to be able to come over from doing like K1 visa, I think. But with all the COVID stuff, they want to kind of move out close to us in Sacramento, be together.
right on.
Where
they're
is
super
he from?
close. He is from England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they want to do the whole. Let's get pregnant at the same time.
Okay.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm gonna be fighting a couple times during that.
Yeah,
I'll be in
of course.
Jersey. No, she did good with the whole pregnancy. She was sick a lot for the pregnancy,
Yeah.
so I think
Yeah.
that's the only thing that's like
Holding her back.
Holding
a little.
her back.
Talk
Yeah,
about
so
a
sick.
life-changing experience, witnessing your own eyes looking back at you when your kid's born. There's nothing like it.
Nothing like it. Yeah, I
Nothing
mean we're
like
all
it.
we're all
Yeah.
fathers here. It's it's a life-changing experience for sure. I mean, I think it was the best thing at the time in my life where I was going through, and to have that. I remember holding him and just just having a little talk with him. Hey, I promise you, I'm always going to take care of you no matter what. You know. And
you can almost just say it with your eyes, man. You really can.
Yeah.
You almost can, you know.
It's crazy how, I mean, you just look at your kids, you're proud of them. They don't do shit, and you're proud of them. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
I remember,
they're fucking assholes, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I would do something cool. I'm like, oh, man, so give me a high five. Give me some knuckles. I just walk by and I'm like, dude. And he's funny because he wants to fight and wrestle every time I come home. He's like, fight, puts his hand up, fights, and comes wrestling. And he has no fear. He just runs full sprint and just runs into you. Like, almost knocks my wife over all the time because he doesn't. Like, I know to brace myself and get my hips back or to roll with him.
When Frankie and I were training together, it was the same thing.
What, when he was fucking waking up and drooling? Is that what you're talking about? It did feel like I was taking care of a baby. It did think I was carrying a baby.
First of all, you didn't put me out. You could, but Mark Lee. Mark Lee, Mark Lee is the one that slapped me. It was because
he was there yesterday.
Frankie was like, put a choke on Roger, put a darts on him, and just put some pressure on it. And I was acting like there was no pressure. And the next thing I knew, I was sleeping.
Happened fast, right?
Yeah. He peed a little bit.
That sucks. Zach choked me out when my first time was like, I think I was in 6th or 7th grade.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was dead. I never been choked out. I came back to like convulsing. And I was like, and we were at our friend's house in the country.
Over
way
a
out in the
PlayStation.
country. I couldn't feel my neck. He squeezed me, so I broke my neck, honestly.
So let's talk about that, though. I mean, you're a young dad, but what is your take on kids today? Do you want your kid to grow up the way you guys grew up, beating the crap out of each other? That's how I want my kids to grow up. I want them to be resilient, rough and tumble. I don't want them to be these, entitled kids that never see any sort of adversity at all. And
I think my wife and I
would you let your kid get into wrestling? And
I'm not going to stop him. You know what I mean? Like whatever he wants to do, whatever makes him happy. But me and my wife have similar backgrounds of stories and growing up, so definitely not being entitled. I want him to work for everything.
Right.
She's like, oh, he's gonna have chores. He's gonna have chores. I'm like, all right, cool.
I just feel like kids you come from a good family, like with your wife and this and that, and like. We're a whole family. We're not divorced. We don't beat. Me and my wife don't fucking have crazy fights in front. Like, I'm the craziest thing in my kid's life. You know what I mean? Like, my dad.
The craziest thing in my life.
Yeah, but grew up. I come from a dwarf family. My father passed a couple years ago. But he was fucking a little rough around the edges, and that was the craziest thing in my life. Like, I'm the craziest thing in my kid's life. Like, they have a pretty damn good life because I ain't that. I'm pretty fucking together.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes the crazy shit makes good kids.
Yeah.
It makes interesting people too.
The balance too.
So I'm like, I might have to hit my wife or something just to fucking stir shit up a little bit. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I think it's great topics or great points on that because you don't want your children growing up entitled. Man, there's so many. I mean, and that generation is going to change, is going to help fix the problems that we're facing now. I think a lot of that is entrusted or instilled as you as a young child through your parents.
Every conversation we've had down here in the cat room, doesn't matter what topic we're talking about, we always come back to it starts at home. It starts at home, man.
You learn everything from home.
And thank God I had a good upbringing. I grew up with really good household, good moral fabric and stuff, and I want the same for my kids. And I'm sure, I don't know you personally that well, but I'm sure you want the same. I know how you raise your children. Lou obviously has got 3 daughters. I know how you raise your kids, and I think it starts at home.
Yeah,
sure.
100%. Yeah, definitely. Just through and through. You have to be the man of the household and kind of teach them and show them the way. And that's what it's our position now is to do that. Learn from our mistakes and things, our mishaps that we've had and done in the past. But just about being a better person each day. Obviously, and then. Being a better fighter. So I feel like when that, like I was talking about, when that is in order, I feel like everything's in lines up.
Everything's
perfect.
Firing on the same cylinder.
Yep, everything's firing on the same cylinder. I feel like I can go home and enjoy my family, my son. I always do, but just a little bit sweeter after a win.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Just a little bit sweeter after a win.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
like that feeling, man. I always say the best time of year. I mean, when we competing, like your kids. Like, it's always good times, you got kids, your holidays, good times, but just your feeling as the week after a win. That feeling week after a win is amazing. Like, it's just tough to even describe it.
Yeah, it literally takes me a couple of days to get the adrenaline off.
Yeah,
I don't sleep.
No, that's what I say. Like it's because we're not training. We're not burning calories. I don't need to sleep those 3 days. I'm right with you.
Yeah, we went to Newport Beach and I probably slept 3 or 4 hours. I was like, go chase my son around the beach all day. The sun beats you up, man. I was ready to go. I just was not tired at all. And the adrenaline coming back down, that balance, and even then it evens out. Then you gotta get back in the train, get that first sweat back in. Right. Then you start worrying about it, But it is the best, and it's funny. We were after the fight, we had a couple of joints, So I was like, man, I was sitting with Chris and Milan, and I said, damn, dude, it feels. A victory joint is so much better than a victory defeat.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. We all started laughing.
Definitely, man. It's not so somber at that point.
No. I mean, it happens when you're in this sport. You're gonna take your bumps and bruises, but nothing beats a victory, especially
I heard Matt Hughes say back in his day, if you're always winning, you're not fighting the right people. You know what I mean? So.
And it's hard, I mean, like
even guys like Anderson Silva, who had, I don't know how many years was that guy champ?
Yeah, I mean,
for forever.
For a while,
he took some L's,
Yeah.
So
gets the best of us. Yeah. That's what's so amazing about Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact he really is
undefeated, still making all that money.
Right.
Hungry to be the best. That's it. It was his lifestyle. He was.
But he
grew into it,
and he's still training. You know what I mean?
That is so true. But there's a guy like Tyson who's taking losses. I'd still, there's talks of Tyson coming back. I'd still go watch a Tyson fight with just as much enthusiasm as a Floyd fight.
Yeah. There's something he has an aura about him that I don't think
legends.
Not any fighter really has.
Yeah,
it's just the way he sleeps people.
The way he moves is a power.
His persona too. The type of person he is.
I mean, the fighting savage, and he embodies the savagery of it.
Yeah.
That dude's a savage through and through.
Yeah. You see him hitting the pads lately, dude.
Looks good, man. Looks good.
On the little tiny ass shorts.
That was always his thing.
Yeah, he always loves those. Shows the tree trunks. If I had big ass legs, I'd do it too.
Hell yeah, right?
I'd be wearing.
I think he had a picture posted with Halle Berry came through his office, and he had looked like underwear on him. I'm like, bro, look at this guy.
No shit.
Had the booty shorts on with Halle Berry.
You ever do any training?
Yeah, man. When we was younger, I did.
Yeah.
Then I came back to Jersey.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To help him adjust. I jumped in.
You live in Jersey?
No,
Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But when he moved his camp here, I was like,
gotcha.
We got him on board with coming. I was like, I'll come down with you.
Yeah.
So jumped in there.
You jumped in, sweated it up a little bit?
He was sparring. He was doing
everything.
Yeah. Awesome.
He lost 30 pounds in 4 weeks?
Dude.
Yeah, he was banging out here, man.
Good for you, bro.
Gained it back a little bit more.
So did I.
Yeah.
So did I. Nothing
no
like
motivation.
That. Nothing like that Jersey humidity.
Yeah. Oh gosh, the first workout was.
Bro, it's different here.
Dude,
I grew up in Maine, so I don't know what the air is like.
I'll take the humidity. I'll take the hot humidity over anything.
Yeah.
You like humidity?
I do, actually.
Versus being
cold.
Well, coming here in the wintertime was... Had to go smoke joints in the car. The heater on.
But I like the humidity just because you go outside, you start sweating.
Yeah.
It's like I'm warmed up already. Let's go.
That's true.
You have to warm. Yeah, it doesn't take you as long to warm up. Now in the winter. You gotta come. You gotta get it blowing. You gotta keep your shoes on, socks on.
Yeah, it's different attire.
Yeah, different attire. You gotta bring.
Ricardo's just freezing.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Didn't expect that.
Everywhere's cold.
Everywhere, everywhere is cold. But yeah, it's he lost 30 pounds. He was doing it all. He was actually gonna fight.
Good for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
wait, he was actually gonna fight?
Yeah, he was gonna take a fight, but ended up
the COVID they still haven't opened up Ohio.
Yeah. So it would be your first amateur fight.
Second, I fought when I was in high school. Yeah.
No shit, right on.
Before we.
Frankie's got some good stories. His early amateur career fighting. You fought in some basement in New York or Brooklyn or something.
No, I fought in a boxing gym in the Bronx.
So you broke your overall?
Yeah, my first fight. I went up there. There was 115 degrees in this gym. It was in July.
Horrible.
And bro, people my dad was on the ropes, holding the ropes when I'm fighting and shit. And I was going out. There's people drinking 40s in the stands. I ended up somehow being the main event. And the people the one fight, someone didn't show up. They pulled some dude out of the crowd. He had fucking jean shorts on fighting. It's fucking crazy, man.
That's great.
Crazy.
That's cool.
No weigh-in. There's no ambulance.
Smoker fight.
I was wearing gloves that I was training in for fucking 2 weeks. And we did 1 15-minute round.
Damn.
1 15-minute round.
I TKO'd him in like 3 minutes.
It would have
But
gone
yeah.
15 though. Holy
That's
shit!
crazy.
Yeah.
How did your first amateur fight go?
Got knocked out.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah, it
shit.
was bad.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Rough.
Then I fucking knocked out everybody in the crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you?
Fight.
That's crazy.
Oh, you guys were the Diaz brothers before the Diaz brothers?
No, I remember going. I was like, damn, because I cut weight like a dumbass, and my uncle had him cut all the way down to. He wrestled higher in the season, and he hadn't wrestled for wrestling was over 2 months, and my uncle had him cut all the way down. I'm like, why wouldn't you have Zach just go above a weight class above? Like, so my uncle, maybe you guys know, everyone knows my Uncle Bob. You have to check him out. Freaking forget Zach's mouthpiece. Doesn't give him something to eat after weigh-ins. Give him the little kid's bite and boil mouthpiece. It wasn't even biting. I'm like, bro, you need a mouthpiece going into the fight. So I go and like, it's like, oh, like my buddy's like, oh, just go sit by your mom. Like I was pissed. Like, God damn it, you know what I mean? So I walk back and this guy's just talking shit. He's like, get that pussy out of the cage. And they're at like a VIP table. And I like went up to him. I was like, oh, I was just all black. I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, fuck you, motherfuckers. Why don't you get in there? And he like stood up. I went, nap, slammed him down, and everyone just started getting up. And I just started hitting him off the table. Just knocking these guys
your
out.
Poor mom must have so many gray hairs.
Bro,
No,
she was in the fight,
She was
though.
in the fight.
Yeah.
She was in the fight.
She didn't know because the gym that we trained at, they didn't know like who was all together.
Yeah.
So my mom, like this guy was like fighting my stepdad. They got him. My mom has a nasty headlock. Like she gets you in a headlock, it's over. Like, you're not getting out. It's impossible. And she had him in a headlock, and he trained with him. He was like a Mr. Ohio. He's like a bodybuilder.
Oh, she didn't know who she was fighting.
She did.
He trains
She
with
did,
you.
but he didn't know.
Oh, got
yeah,
it.
they
Okay,
started
okay.
trying to like fight my stepdad. My stepdad's big, mammoth
gotcha.
guy. And like my mom grabbed the Jimmy Everett guy and the bodybuilding guy that fights at our gym in a headlock and just started feeding him uppercuts. And then fucking blacked his eye out. You know what I mean? Like it broke up. You know, my mom's the only one that got kicked out.
That's fucking awesome.
So we see him at the gym, you know, later, like a couple weeks later, and his eyes all black and blue. And he's like, man, I literally thought that was the man that had a hold of me. He's like, I literally thought that was the man that had a hold of me. He's like, your mom hit so hard. She's so strong. And I was like, so the next fight, we all knew, like, hey, we're all going to wear
awesome,
team
man.
shirts.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we're all
that's-
together.
same team.
So that was the first fight
That's
experience.
amazing.
Cage fights.
It was crazy for me because I was concussed, and I'm looking out in this sea of just. I mean, like, dude, I'm not talking
That's
like
my mom.
not like 5 people fighting, bro. I'm talking
Yeah, melee.
50 people just getting down. This dude beat up the promoter.
Oh,
the promoter got in and got beat up.
So this is funny. Yeah, people were all over the place. You know, beer and this local fight. So the floor is freaking wet. I start walking away. I get up kicked. I'm like, damn. Like what? And I see this guy, the promoter, on the ground. So I grab his legs by and just smash him. And I just started getting on the ground. And then after the day or so after, he's like, hey man, he's like, I really like for you to fight for me. I'm like, I'm only 17, so I was like, yeah, I gotta wait till I'm 18. So. But yeah, I ended up fighting my last.
man.
Yeah, my last amateur fight was actually for that guy. So I was like, that's pretty funny. Yeah.
Come full circle.
I meant
He's
to
like,
ask
well, this
you,
dude hits hard, but I need him.
Sell some tickets.
before I forget, and forgive me, I forget his name. Maddox.
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 Maddox,
How's
yeah.
Maddox? You got an update for us?
Yeah, he's great. Actually, I'm going to see him next week in Ohio. He just turned 14.
Awesome.
Man,
Wow.
he's great.
Yeah.
Just did
In remission, all that stuff.
intermission. He's out of did the 5 years.
Oh, that's great.
Leukemia? What did he have?
Yeah, he had non-Hodgkin.
Non-Hodgkin.
Yeah. He bowed it, man. That
Yeah.
kid is it's a great kid.
For those of you
through.
that may not know Cody or know Cody's fight grade, he does a walkout oftentimes with. I don't know when you started doing it. How old would you been when you started doing the walkouts with him?
I was 18 when we started work. When
Wow.
we started to do
He's
the
from
benefits,
Ohio. He's from your
benefits
hometown?
for him. Yeah, hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he was
So-
so sick until my second or my third professional fight. He was finally able to walk out with me.
Yeah, I remember.
So he
seeing
waited
those.
for
Yeah.
years to do it, but he was so sick that he
Yeah.
couldn't come.
That's awesome.
And I remember that he was doing his chemo. And
Shout out Maddox
yes,
from the cat
yeah,
room.
man. His leg was broke, and this was a tough fight for me. This was my first big fight.
And that's from the chemo because it weakens your.
Yeah, and he was like, I was like, oh, it's okay, buddy. We'll still take you out. I'll wheel you to the ring. This is what you've been waiting for. And he's like, no, I want to walk. I want to walk. This little dude grabbed my hand. I have a picture of it. That was the first walk that he walked with a broken leg all the way down to the octagon.
Wow.
Man, just
special, yeah.
it was what he was looking forward to do.
Awesome,
He would
man.
come every fight, be so excited. Came to all the fights in Vegas. I had a sponsor pay for him and his family to come out and
That is awesome. man.
enjoy the week of.
That's what it's
fights.
about, giving back.
Oh
you know?
man,
Yeah.
it's great. We've been in this thing together, and he's a straight 4.0 student, complete honor roll. Never missed a
Awesome.
day of school. You know what I mean? Like he wants to be a child doctor, cancer doctor.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's
yeah,
cool.
so it's
Give back.
it's
yeah.
cool, man.
That's really
I'm
cool.
excited to see him.
Happy to hear that.
He's way taller than me now, so it's crazy. He's way up. I gotta stay on my tiptoes now. But it's crazy how just fast and strong, and just what he was able to do helped me out a lot. in my
It's
life.
motivating for you. Yeah.
Oh man, just where I was at in my life too was just like I was in a real dark place, and to see this kid battling this and with a smile on his face like made
Puts
me,
things in perspective.
Oh, so much, yeah.
You know, I think a lot of us, it's so overwhelming, especially what's going on in the world in America today. Everybody wants to help, like we want to help. But if everybody just took one person or one kid and helped one person, I mean, that would make the world a tremendously better place.
I wish more people would, and I feel like that's now my journey is back is, been to the top, been, down back to the bottom. Now it's about motivating people with the journey back and not giving up, just like Frank's been, Frank's journey, Frank's legacy, just be able to motivate. I think that like people will draw to that, what I mean? Like they cheer you on the way to the top. Then when you get to the top, they want to hate on you. Now and they want to throw a lot of the haters or the keyboard warriors want to throw that doubt to you or at you because now it's like, wow, he's doing it again. I'm getting a lot of love, man. Just like. And that's what I wanted to show people is like you don't have to be negative, man. Like, just where you're at in your life, you can always fight out of it. Fight out of the position. Just keep motivated. That's all it is. Wake up every day with a purpose.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely going in the right direction now. I mean, sometimes those bumps in the road set you straight again.
Yeah. Sent me to Dark Mark's place.
Yeah.
Dark Mark's the mentor, man. Mentor, boxing coach. Yeah, it was great.
Holy crud.
You know what I'm saying?
Good stuff. Yeah.
Shit, man. Well, hey, this was awesome to finally get you down here.
Pleasure to be here.
We've been trying for a while to get you on, so man, it's finally good.
And we'll definitely, now that you're going to be a frequent in Jersey, bunch, we'll definitely do this again.
We'll definitely do like a no love line.
Jersey Dad Club.
Jersey Dad Club.
It was good that we just stuck to fight topics too, man. We talked a little bit about your personal life because we've really been emotionally invested in what's going on in the U.S. and I think everybody could use a fucking break for it. So I think this will be a good interview from people that want to tune out from that and just learn about an amazing fighter and what your personal life is like and your career and what's in your future, and also talk about obviously Frankie's upcoming fight a little bit because we've been so inundated with just conversation about the shit in the news and it's
spread the positivity.
You need to do the positive too. So
always. Pleasure, guys.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Look forward to training in the morning, too, brother. Roger, you will come get choked the fuck out?
I need a rule partner, bro.
There you go.
Let's go.
Me and Zach.
Put us on the fat kid section. I
am the fat kid right now, man. I am.
Well, it's tough. And some of those people fell off during the COVID.
I definitely fell off, bro.
It's tough, man. Like when I went back to Sacramento, I was like, man, all that hard work and coming out of the hospital. I'm like, man, I got to work back to square one, basically. Yeah. I was like, I'm doing it because Dana said that there's going to be a possibility. He's going to make the fights happen.
I got hats off Dana, bro.
Yeah, he's crazy, man. We was able to. I wasn't, I needed that fight.
Yeah.
I needed that fight for my soul more than anything.
Right.
I mean, I just the way that I was feeling, the hard work that I was putting in, the sacrifice. I was like, I just need to go get in there and get in there. And I'm glad that UFC was able to hold these fights. That's crazy. Going to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
That's a pretty crazy.
Abu Dhabi.
I'm sorry, Abu Dhabi. To go there and fight Island.
I said North Korea, bro. You're still ahead of me.
Yeah, you see the protocols you have to do, like the flights and stuff.
Yeah,
Mark called me.
He goes, go to Vegas.
He called me. He goes, read it to me. I'm like, well, it looks like you got 5 COVID tests. And I was like, well, how many flights?
I know.
Like a bunch of flights.
He's like, did you see it? I'm like, nah. Well, go look it up right now. I'm like, well, what is it, man? We gotta go here. We gotta there. I'm like, all right, man. Shit.
Fight Island.
But at least everyone's in the same boat. It's not like it's not. We're all in the same boat.
These hubs and ports and do that. But just even adding that, fought all over the world. Fight Island. Not many fighters.
But how cool is it, to say that we're gonna say, fucking 20, 30 years from now. Like, we fought during a fucking pandemic. You know what I mean? We fought when the world was shut down.
Oh, there's gonna be a huge probably movie or something about this.
Yeah,
Dana's doing this during
right.
the pandemic. You know?
Literally no other sports are going on.
No other sports. Not even thinking about it.
WWE is the only thing, the only
Right.
other game,
Yeah.
the only other show in the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Vince
Opportunity
McMahon.
to
But that's
gain a new
not,
fan
you know.
base.
Right. Yeah, that's what. That's what.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Oh,
Like Dana said, we were below cornhole when we first got the ESPN deal.
yeah.
Right now now he's ripping Bobby Abrams' ass. You know, Abrams' ass. So yeah, he said we're the number one. You know, it's never been bigger. You
Right.
know, and you know his speeches before the fight, after the weigh-ins. You know, and to do that, it's like, oh, you don't need to tell me you're gonna give me more money to go get a knockout.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
excited.
I'm going-
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Remember that first the Dana White speech? I'm like, wow, this is cool.
Yeah,
You know, this is sweet. Get some bonus money, knock this dude out.
Hell
But
yeah.
like you said, it's never been bigger.
Obviously,
That's true.
I'm assuming you got knockout of the night on that, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
I did.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's nice.
They don't call it knocking at night no more, right? Performance
yeah,
of the night.
performance.
Yeah,
Politically
yeah.
correct.
Right.
It's a sport we're in.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Death of the night.
You can have the baddest motherfucker on the planet belt, though.
Yeah.
Can't call it knockout of the night.
I know.
Right.
I know. Fucking PC.
Performance
rubber,
bonus. Performance of the night.
Yeah.
Right on. Appreciate it again.
Yeah,
guys.
no, thanks, guys.
Thank you,
I
boys, for
appreciate it,
coming
man.
in. It was good. Come back
Cool.
on whenever you want. Champ of the Tramp, episode 32, guys. Check us out. Cody Garbrandt in the house. Probably pronounced that last name wrong.
Garbrandt. We'll get it.
He said Garbrandt.
North Korea. I was in North Korea, everybody.
Anyway, he was fucking boo loving with Rodman.
You can't sneak in those last minute jokes.
I just did.